Hey there, so today we have another review. This is a new beer from what I understand from Lagunitas. I've never seen this before. This is Island Beats Tropical IPA, 5% 25 IBU beer. And whenever you read like tropical, blah, 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 always, at least now I am, curious if it's like the Juice Force or the Fruit Force from New Belgium with that stupid, gross, artificial flavor. But I was just on the website and the brewmaster just mentioned it is no actual fruit in there. It's all derived from hops. Thumbs up to that. Oh, not that fresh. This is about 2 months fresh. 2 months warm shelf. 5% hoppy beer. I do not have high hopes, but I did 2 months. That's pretty good. I mean, I don't know what, I literally just sit in the car sometimes and just drive and think about, like, why even bother shipping beer around when you know it's going to sit on the warm shelf? And, like, how fast it deteriorates. Sorry, this is like, I promise I haven't had much beer since, but deteriorates in like just weeks, months, and it's just like, you just think about it, it's like, would you just like, send lettuce out in a pickup truck and like, it just the things like, would you sell salads if it was just 100 degrees and you had to sit in the sun and the lettuce would just sit there for like days and days and days on that, like just things like that. Like, look, what good is a product if you know what it's going to be treated like? Anyway, I'm rambling. Beer is really pale. Look at that. That looks like almost non-beer pale. It almost looks like a hazy. Like, I don't know what the hell. It is lighter than straw. Like SRM wise, this has to be like a 1. Like this is it. It looks like it's fermented not from barley, and like fermented from like oats or wheat or something. Like, right, like unmalted, an unmalted grain to get something this pale. It almost looks like wort. Like, it's weird, huh? Yeah. On the nose, I don't get tropical. It's fruity. I get a little bit of this kind of like white grape thing, hints of like light kind of pineapple-y thing, but like again, it's not like huge. It's not very necessarily aromatic. And maybe a little bit of citrus, a little bit of like white grapefruit in there, but like it really is not an explosive aromatically charged IPA. Cheers. Yeah, there you go. This beer is, I mean, I imagine it has to be better fresh. 2 months in warm shelf, I don't know. But it's not necessarily like, destroyed by oxidation, which is very good. I'm always happy to see that, where it's not like completely ruined. It's just like, any time you get a hoppy beer and like pull off anywhere from 10, 20, 30, 40% of the aromatics and the hoppy character, you're really just like pulling off that much of a beer is quality, right? Think about that. Like, think about you bought a burger and like you bought a burger and only got like 2/3 of it. You'd be pretty pissed. Imagine I bought a beer relatively fresh 2 months in, but like, but hey, let's review, like, assuming that this is what it tastes like. On the palate, I don't, tropical-ish. I actually get this really nice kind of like lychee fruit. A little bit of, oh yes, there's definitely some dragon fruit in here as well. Really nice. So the beer is very pale, and so on that it has really pale fruitiness. So I get like white grape, not quite as rich as Sauvignon Blanc, but maybe like a light refreshing Chardonnay. So like you get a little bit of like the crisp apple character, a little bit of like green apple in there as well. Maybe a little like sweet tart pear. Again, dragon fruit, lychee. A little bit of white grapefruit, lingering with a little bit of like a little bit of grapiness. The beer is really low on bitterness. I wouldn't call it a tropical IPA. It's almost like a, I'd be more happy with this being like a session IPA. And I assume, again, to get this color, like they make a little something. I assume it's like maybe wheat, just a lot of wheat. So 5% beer actually just has like a pretty good body to it, which is quite nice. I just wish it was more fruity. Maybe back it up with some bitterness too. Maybe, I don't know, but it's honestly like almost like their take on a hazy pale ale, which is pretty nice. It's not a fat pale ale where it's like sludgy and chalky or laden with like that vegetal green character. It is a really nice crushable 5% beer. That's pretty good. I will say though, it just needs to be punchier, right? Like if you're going tropical, you know what? How about this? There's two ways to go. If I ignore the tropical, it's actually a pretty good beer. But if you're looking for a tropical IPA, you're definitely not getting it here. You're definitely getting some exotic, fun fruits in here, but it's not like, again, if I'm thinking tropical, I want more like yellow and orange colors. But here I got more white colors, right? I went white with the white grapefruit, white with the apples, white. An apple's not white, but the flesh of the fruit's white, right? Whereas when you think of oranges, orange-colored fruit, they're sweet, they're ripe, they're peaches, mangoes, passion fruit, pineapple, yellow, orange, right? Again, it's a color thing versus flavor. I would try to suggest to you guys. This is more white, which is nice, nicely crushable. Let's go for rating. This is weird. So like, it's not exactly what's advertised, but it's still a tasty beer. 2 months in, warm shelf. It's fine. I'm gonna give it a solid. I'm gonna give it a solid 90, which is a very good score. But again, I suspect at a 5%, it's really a little bit more punchy. This could be really, really good. But 90 is a very solid score. Like it's a tasty beer, very sessionable. I didn't mention, but the malt in here is like this. Really looks like the color. It's pale. It's oat crackers, doughy, almost a little bit like Nilla wafer kind of thing. Like it's all that pale maltiness coming through with some really nice, fun, like light, tropical, fun, exotic fruits in here. But not, again, it doesn't taste stylized. It doesn't have those really intense Sauvignon Blanc style characteristics to it. So it's not really, it's somewhere between a real punch and a jab, but like not really there. So 90. Cheers later.